Clue 1, a suspicious phone call. Clue 2, a government interrogation. Clue 3, a parcel bomb. So the question is, who wanted Dele Giwa silenced? Let me lay it all out. The facts, the theories, the wild conspiracies, everything, because till today nobody knows who did it. So maybe if I lay out everything for you, you'll be able to spot something that everybody has missed all these years, and maybe we could solve this. Let's go. Dele Giwa was loud, not with his voice but with his pen. He didn't write stories for decoration. He wrote to expose corruption, power abuse, government wahala. He was calling everybody out, and he was fearless about it. He was born in Edo State, raised in Ile-Ife, and he trained in America. This wasn't a small journalist though. He worked with the New York Times. He got his master's in New York. And then he came back to Nigeria and helped to start Newswatch magazine. This was in 1984. And just 2 years later, he was dead. Not from sickness, not from accident, from a bomb. A bomb inside a letter with Nigeria's coat of arms stamped on the front. Let's rewind. October 17th, 1986. Dele Giwa is invited for a chat with Nigeria State Security Services. That's the SSS. When he gets there is an interrogation. They accuse him of planning a socialist revolution and importing weapons. But they have no proof, it's just intimidation. October 18th, 1 day later, an SSS director, Colonel Haliru Akilu, he calls Dele's wife. He says that he needs direction to their house. In fact, he calls twice. And not just directions, he says that he wants to deliver a package. No explanation. Just before all this had happened, Dele had started telling close friends that something felt off. He felt like he was being watched, followed, monitored. He did not know who was doing it, but he felt like something was coming. He said, "They are watching me." And then the next day, it came, October 19th, Sunday morning. Dele is sitting in his study. His friend and colleague Kayode Shoyinka is visiting, and his son Billy runs in with a parcel and he hands it to his dad. The envelope says, "From the office of the commander-in-chief." Coat of arms is on it. Very official looking document. Dele opens it. Boom! Explosion, fire, chaos. Dele's flesh is torn open. His wife runs in screaming. Shoyinka is dazed, bleeding from his ears. Billy is in shock. The house smells like smoke and metal. And Dele, he manages to say just one thing before he dies. He says, "They've got me." Those were his last words. Now this is where it gets crazy, because till today, nobody has been arrested. Nobody went to trial. So let's go through what we know and what people believe. Theory 1, the government did it, allegedly. So this is the one that most people believe. The SSS, they interrogated him just 2 days before. Then they called for his address twice. The bomb came in an envelope that 100% looked official. And when the police started investigating, they were blocked at every point. They were not allowed to search SSS offices. They told them that they were not allowed to question Akilu or Togun. Gani Fawahimi, the human rights lawyer that tried to sue, he was blocked in court. Later, during the Oputa panel, the government was asked again, what happened? But Babangida, Nigeria's head of state at the time, he refused to testify. In his 2025 memoir, he said, "If I wanted to kill him, would I send a bomb with the government's coat of arms on it?" He called the murder wicked, but he said it wasn't his doing. Some say that the bomb was military grade. Others say it was handmade. But the truth is, no one ever confirmed what kind of explosive it was. Theory 2, the Gloria Okon connection. Allegedly. This one is gist heavy, okay? So some people believe that Dele Giwa was investigating the case of Gloria Okon. If you don't know her case, go to the video before this one. I talked about her. A woman who was caught for drug trafficking and then mysteriously died in custody. The theory is Giwa found links between her case and some powerful people. Some even dragged the first lady into it. But his co-founders at the Newswatch magazine, they said Giwa wasn't working on that story. They never saw a draft. They never heard him talk about it. Nothing. So is it gist? Is this just a distraction? Was he really onto something and just keeping it a secret? We don't know. Theory 3, Kayode Shoyinka, allegedly. Some say, how did Shoyinka sit in the same room and walk away almost untouched? Dele Giwa was torn to pieces and he died. This man was not burnt. He survived. He left Nigeria soon after. Suspicious, right? But here's what he said. He said he bent down to pick something just before the bomb exploded. It knocked him out cold. He lost his hearing for a while. But he still insists that he had nothing to do with it. And truthfully, No evidence has ever come out that links him to the bomb. So no court charged him, no panel found him guilty. He continued his journalism career abroad, and he even spoke about the trauma years later, but some people still don't trust him. Theory 4: internal government factions, allegedly. So some people say maybe it wasn't Babangida, maybe it wasn't the government, maybe it was somebody inside of the government trying to settle scores or make sure that Giwa did not expose them. That's why the parcel looked so official. Maybe they had access to this stationery. It was a setup, a distraction, a warning. It's hard to say, but it's one theory that people still bring up when they argue about this case. After the explosion, Newswatch paused its next edition. When they came back, the headline said, "The man died." It was more than just a tribute. It was grief. It was anger. It was fear, because if Dele Giwa could be killed like that, who was safe? His son Billy, the same boy who handed him that parcel, in 2024, he and the rest of Giwa's family, they begged President Tinubu to please reopen the case. The court even ordered it, but nothing has changed. No arrests, no justice. At the Honeyman Museum in London, there's a painting of Dele Giwa. It's a painting of his face, marked with fake burn scars, showing how he died. That's one of the few places in the world that still honors his memory. So what do you think? I've given you all the clues. I've laid out the facts. I've told you the theories. Some wild, some are believable. But the truth, we still don't really know what happened. So, were you able to spot anything that maybe the rest of us missed? I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's try to solve this mystery together, because Nigeria never did. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like stories like this, please follow me. I tell them all the time.